y'all, welcome back. My name is Michelle, and if you're new, welcome. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Come along with me today as I prepare my Mother's Day meal. So here in the South, and I'm sure it's not only in the South, but we like our roast stuffed with onions, garlic, bell pepper, jalapenos, whatever you like. On this particular day, I only had fresh onions. My garlic had basically dried up inside the skin, so I had to use minced garlic, which is fine. Sometimes I also make my own injector mixture, which is just water with whatever seasonings I want to use, and then I inject it, unless I decide to just buy the one that's already made at the store. And then I prefer a pork roast. Some people prefer beef. I find that beef is dry and tough, and so I just prefer the pork. Also, the pork tastes better in my opinion. But anyway, once I cut everything up small enough, to be able to stuff it, I mix it all in a bowl. The onions, the garlic. I didn't use bell peppers or anything else on this day. So I had my onions and garlic, and I slit like big holes, and you'll see that in a little bit, but I cut big holes in the roast, and I just shoved all that in every possible hole that I could get it in.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now, just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, so slow.
Okay, so here I am opening the roast. I don't know why I struggled so much getting this out of the plastic. But anyway, I get it out, and you'll see me cutting those holes all over the top and sides of the roast. And once I stuff it really, really good, I'm going to put that whole bowl in there. Then I'll season it with my, seasonings on the outside. And then I'm going to just put a lid on it and refrigerate it until the next day when I cook it for Mother's Day. Because this is the Saturday before Mother's Day. And the whole purpose of stuffing all of this in there, obviously, is to add flavor to your meat. It tastes good even without it, and I'll cook it without it if I'm just in a hurry and don't feel like it, but I was preparing it for the next day, so I had the time to do it, and so that's what we did.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh.
Okay, so as you see, I'm finishing the seasoning up, and once I get it good and seasoned, in which when we ate it, of course it was delicious, but it was not over seasoned, if that's what you might be thinking, from the amount of seasoning that I put inside the bowl with the onions and garlic, as well as what I put on top of the roast. It was not overly salty, it was not overly spicy. It could have used a little bit more, but it was really, really good. So once I finish with the roast, as you can see, I move on to my cabbage. Excuse me. I did, I think, 2 heads of cabbage, because my oldest daughter and her husband and 2 kids were coming, as well as the 5 of us that already live here, and then my son-in-law's mom, so my daughter's mother-in-law, also was coming. So I did 2 heads of cabbage because, you know, that cooks down to nothing. And I recently started cooking my cabbage in the Instant Pot because it cooks very fast and it really comes out good. But I do feel like on this particular day, well, the next day when I cook it, I don't know if it's because it was so much cabbage or if I had put too much water. You know, you have to put a little bit of water in there to cook it, and then it makes its own liquid. It just came out like mushy. I don't know. And then I had put too much garlic powder because it did taste overly garlicky, which I love garlic. It wasn't really an issue, but the texture of it was not, it was just not right. So we still ate it, but I did mess up on that part. I do want to add that after it cooked and then the pressure naturally released on its own, I did put it on the saute function and cooked out that liquid so that I could get a little bit of brown on it, because I think I mentioned this before, but I like my cabbage to be smothered down and kind of brown. Anyway, I did do that in the Instant Pot as well, but it's still, you know, it wasn't juicy. I cooked out the juice, but it was still mushy. Yes, I am snapping some more fresh green beans from my dad's garden. Every few days he gives me like a grocery store bag full, and he also gives some to my brother. He shares. It's really a blessing to be able to have access to fresh food. Yes, we could do a garden here. It's just we don't really have time for it. My dad is in his 70s and he is retired, and he's done a garden his whole life, a big garden. And, you know, he enjoys doing it and he enjoys sharing with his kids. So all the free, fresh garden produce that I can get my hands on. We did not eat these green beans for Mother's Day. I didn't even cook them this time. I think in my last video that I cooked green beans, I had said like flash cooking them because I couldn't think of the right word when you just cook them for a little while before you freeze them. I still can't think of what is that word. Like, I know you flash freeze things, but if you're just gonna quickly cook something, is it called blanching? I think it might be called blanching. Anyway, I don't like to do that because, like I stated before, if you only partially cook these green beans and freeze them, when you throw them into a pot to finish them off, they will not have the same texture. I mean, they're not gross, but they just don't have the same good, fresh texture and taste to me. That is my opinion. So we were not eating any of these. So when I finished snapping them and cleaning them off really good, I just stuck them all into a gallon-size freezer bag. And then when we're ready, I will completely cook them, probably have them for a night, and then the next night for leftovers. And then if there is anything left, I will refreeze it.
I can't get up alone, too heavy on my own. The world is moving on, I'm still standing here, searching for steady ground, a place to settle down. No reasons left to find. One day I'll change your mind, and it won't come easy, but I know it's worth a fight. And I will run across the rivers, anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you. I make the same mistakes, forget how much it takes. No reasons left behind. One day I'll make you mine, and it won't come easy, but I know it's worth the fight. And I know you can see it too, so keep me hanging on, and I will run across the rivers, anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you.
Finishing up the green beans, and then I will rinse them really good with the strainer, and then I'll let that liquid drain out, and then I stick it in a bag like I said and throw it into the freezer. So this is Mother's Day morning, and we wanted some of the yeast rolls. It's the closest you can get to like homemade bread without all of the work. So I've been buying this for years from Walmart. I'm sure you can get it elsewhere, but you just throw them out on a pan, let them rise, bake them when you're ready to eat, and they're delicious. Okay, and then these took several hours to rise, but we had our Mother's Day meal for supper, so it was fine. At the end, you will see a picture of the finished roast, but guess what? I didn't get a picture of anyone's plate. We finished cooking, we ate, we wolfed it down, we had dessert, and that was it. And that's it. Final product. And I don't know what happened here. I was just filming a little outro because apparently I forgot all about the camera on Mother's Day. But for whatever reason, we don't have any volume here, so I'm not sure. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and share so I can start getting these videos out there. Have a good one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.